Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Harness. Welcome to Quest Play Enderal, Chapter 9. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Yeah, so when we last left off, we got to Ark, and we kind of just dicked around for a little bit just before we decided we need to continue on with our quest. So we're back in the Ark Marketplace, meeting up with Jespar.
The freshest fruits right from the farmer's coast
So
and Duneville.
sit back, relax, and get yourself a nice cup of warm, hot chocolate, and now let's play, or let's start Quest Play Enderal, Chapter 9.
Sorry. I know.
Jespar?
Well, look who's arrived. Did you have any problems finding your way around? This city can be quite a maze if you don't know it.
Muck.
Can we just skip the chatter?
Well, you certainly know how to make friends. But so be it. Keep your chin up.
That's it.
What did he address
And
me?
why is it Malphas who carries the Sun Temple on his back? Isn't...
I'm following you, man.
Please, I'm so hungry.
So, about this fever. Usually those gifted with magic have to report their talent to the Order. And then
Yes?
there's a ritual that teaches them how to deal with their magic. The journey to the water is what they call it. Once
There's
they've
water right here.
fever reduces to an endurable
Oh,
level,
you weren't being
and
literal.
New Arcanists have their names registered in some kind of holy book. But there are other ways to get rid of the fever, and I hope my employer can tell you about them. Okay, almost there.
No, you probably could have just told me where this place was and I could have made. But you seem intent on holding my hand everywhere we go. Which is kind of weird because you saved my life.
Hold it, my sir. No civilians beyond this point without explicit permission. Who are you and what leads you to this holy place?
Business. I'm Jespar Dalveric, and I work for the Naramese mages.
Ah, right. The mercenary. And who's your companion?
Marijo de Luna from Ostian, esteemed holder of de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance, the most prestigious perfumery in all of Vin.
Yes.
Archmagister Marigil sent for him. Didn't he tell you?
The Archmagister. Well, that does sound like him. Fair enough, you may pass. But show this place the respect it deserves, mercenary. You too, Meister de Luna.
You have
My
my
lady.
word, fair lady. Thank you.
Really should have picked up a...
Well, that went better than expected.
Magirio de Luna's Empire of Tender Fragrance?
Hey, it worked, didn't it? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Nobody will suspect someone who's already in the temple. Anyway, I think it's about time I tell you a little bit more about this employer of mine. His name is Constantine Firespark. and he's one of Narathzil Orenthiel's former followers, which the new Grand Master, Tealor Orenthiel, brought here by ship about 2 years ago. That means he's one of the former arch-enemies of the Order. They usually wear green, while the Order wears white or red. That should make it easy for you to tell them apart. Firespark's pretty much the eldest of Narathzil's mages, and quite well versed in magic, at least from what I've heard. Plus, he's a very gentle and likable fellow, which is why even the Keepers like having him around. Let's hope he can tell us a thing or two about these visions, and help you get rid of the fever. Come, follow me.
Okay.
Huh? Keep your chin up.
I mean, do you want me to walk like a certain distance behind you?
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
I'm with you, man.
All right, here we are. Hang on.
No. That's not how you do it.
Blast it! I'm just being careful. We
Like
have to.
heck we do. Give me that thing, now. Ouch.
Unreliable. That's what they are. All of
Blasting,
them.
blistering blazes. That's what you get for working with fumblers. I told you, we
Like the
should be
Firespark.
careful. What? Now who the heck are you? Can't an old man have a moment to himself?
You hired me. The Magister, don't you remember?
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
right. Joseph the Scrounger. So why are you here? Had any luck?
Just spar. And yeah, we did find something.
Suggest you first of all tell me when I allowed you to drag your drinking mates up here. Do you need me to explain the meaning of the words highly and confidential to you?
I'm sure there's a lot you can explain to me, but let's save that for later. This particular fellow over here needs your help, to be frank. Arcane fever.
Is that so? And what exactly has that got to do with me? Let the Keepers and their holy rituals take care of it. What is it with the costume, anyway?
This man's magic is different, Meiser. Just feel his aura and you'll see it. Plus, he's from Nehrim, just as you are.
Well, all right then, for nostalgia's sake. I really hope you're not wasting my time, though. Working with these religious buffoons is bound to make any rational thinking person go bonkers. Anyway, that chair over there. Take a seat, and I'll have a look at that fever of yours.
The last person who did this died horribly,
This will tickle a little.
so hopefully you don't.
You're right. This aura does feel different. Complex somehow, and powerful. And do you really want to tell me you've only recently discovered that talent of yours? With that aura, I'm surprised that you haven't turned into an Obaya by now. Fine. Well, that is, we will help you. But first, tell me everything. How you got that magic, and how you met that Scrounger.
Well, it all started when I was a wee boy.
I see. Regarding this vision thing, I think that your mind simply played a trick on you there. Not that it's much of a surprise, considering what you've been through. Actually, you were quite lucky that the sudden outburst of your glance didn't blow your head right off.
In this chapel on the water, every time I touch one of those stones, I feel as if something comes back to me.
Well, that's probably a sign that you should go easier on the booze. Skill, whether of physical or magical nature, isn't gained through touching some stones, but through hard work and discipline. Even though this screwball Endralean talk of paths and predeterminations tries to tell us otherwise.
sudden outburst of my glance? What's a glance?
By all that's holy, I won't start playing your tutor now. If you don't know about the basic functioning of magic, then read something from Ballador Goldenstein.
The glance on the sea of eventualities. Alongside, but apart from the reality we're in right now, exist countless other realities, in which some events have different outcomes, so to speak. A version of this very same room, for example, with the very same people in it, only that Meister Firespark's beard is on fire. And what defines an arcanist, someone capable of magic, is that he or she can see those other realities and let parts of them come true.
Interesting. So,
Well,
many worlds
look at
interpretation.
that whisper. You surprise me.
That's what I'm being paid for.
How powerful an arcanist is depends on 3 factors. How far away are the eventualities that he can see, how well he can bring parts of them into our reality, and finally, how well his mind can handle seeing other realities simultaneously with ours. Lighting a candle is easier than calling a meteor from the sky, to speak plain inal, but as I said, read Goldenstein if you're interested in the topic. I'm not going to waste any time with lectures.
Alright, well, I didn't actually imagine these visions. They felt real.
Well, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. I, in any case, have never come across such a phenomenon in over 50 years of studying magic. And now we should...
It all begins with the dreams.
What the blasted blistering blazes? Does this room look like the bosom of a whore to you? Or what makes you think you can go around touching anything you get your fingers on? These documents are confidential, for heck's sake. I knew it was a mistake to hire a thug like you. Lashery always had a weakness for...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you telling me something about dreams that led you and Tealor Renthiel here, didn't you, Meister? And you told me that in this vision of yours, the Veiled Woman said this. It all begins with the dreams.
What? Is that true?
It is, actually. Were you not listening when I told my story?
Oh. Then, this near-death experience you had before you woke up on the shore, tell me again, what exactly did you see in it? A room?
A glistening white light and charred bodies, but their flesh was unnatural and gray. I heard all these voices.
Well, this is strange indeed. Anyway, for now all that matters is that we get that magic of yours under control. Whatever you clairvoyanced back there is of no use to us if you're dead as a doornail in a couple of months.
And how do we do that? Get my magic under control?
Well, that's usually a plodding process. The fever you feel is a result of your mind not being able to handle all of these possibilities, so to speak.
Have you ever heard of the one with the dead or living cat in a box?
To get the glance under control is called the journey to the water. Put frankly, it means 1 year of hour-long meditation, bland food, and abstinence from anything that makes life worth living. In due time, the Arcanist then learns to filter these other realities from ours, and the fever gets less and less. Anyhow, luckily enough, we Neremes know of a way to quicken that process. A shortcut, if you will. I'm not capable of performing it, but another one of us is.
Is it that guy over there?
Lashery,
Oh.
and you should seek her out as soon as possible.
Alright, where can I find Lashery?
She's currently in a ruin called Old Rashengrad, not far from Ark. Just tell her that I sent you. Give me that map of yours. Okay, now you'd have to be a total idiot to miss it. I recommend leaving for the ruin straight away. And you, Joseph, you're going to come with me and show me what your trip to the Sun Coast brought forth. Hopefully, more than a bottle of honey wine and a hangover.
Quite a character, isn't he? But I like him somehow. Here, I owe you this for your help back in Riverville. And in case you're in the mood for a mug of ale and a good chat, just drop by the Dancing Nomad in the Stranger's Quarter. I'll get myself a room there for the time being. With all that said, good luck mastering your magic, my friend. I'll see you around.
Good luck, Jespar. During the main story of Enderal, I have the opportunity to deepen my bond to several persons. These missions aren't available forever if the main story progresses too far. The storylines of some persons stay hidden.
Yes.
Alright, a little more health would be
Yes, that
ideal.
just might work. This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it ever be easy?
Never walked back on the road from the aged man's.
What are you guys doing in here?
Oh, blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Quite a few of those. Were you trying to grope my butt? What was going on here? Okay. Later.
Let's hope he knows what he's doing.
Alright, so there's a signpost in this temple somewhere.
Oh, you're here. I thought you were in the city.
No, the
Library.
Archmagister ordered me back. It feels good to be here, to be honest. But the funerals, I could have done without them.
Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead? I still can't believe that really happened. Brother Yarrow, he was such a good man.
I don't think the Red Madness cares much about that.
Probably not, no. I wonder how it happens, the infection.
What do you mean?
Well, the red eyes and the obvious madness only happen in the last stages of the disease. What happens before that?
There you are.
Signpost.
Magister Karus has been looking for you.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Why's that?
What bless
I
it,
don't
my
know,
son?
but I think it's about.
Where am I going
He
again?
wanted you to
Northern Heartland. Couldn't put me right at the top of the stairs. Stupid gold map.
Monsieur? Yes.
Whoa. This is Myrad. They're beautiful.
What blessed friend. Where are you headed?
Could you tell me something about these creatures?
About Myrads. What is there to tell? They're beautiful animals, majestic and wild, and dangerous if you're unlucky enough to run into an untamed one. In the time before the Blood Moon Revolt, a long time ago, tame Myrads like this one here was a really rare sight. Nowadays, though, they're pretty common, at least here in Enderal. Pity, somehow.
Why pity?
I guess that sounds stupid, but I sometimes long for the times my grandfather lived in. Being a Myrad warden was far more prestigious back then, and even feared with Sublime or Keepers. Nowadays, well, you can guess. Riding a Myrad has become as ordinary as riding a mule. But, who am I to complain?
Anyway, how exactly is this flying part? How do they know where to go?
Oh, well, that's hard to explain. They communicate by clicking sounds. I, as a warden, have been trained to hear them, but you probably can't. And through those clicking sounds, I also tell them where you want to go, before you mount them. Obviously, that only works for routes that the Myrad already knows by heart.
Okay, well, I need a flight.
Sure. Where to?
Northern Heartland? Okay. Alright, so it's... tower over here? Why is it every time with animals? Oh, good. Steep breath. My favorite. Oh, that's unpleasant. Doesn't it?
Shit! Get away from there! Now!
Ow! Every time.
By the prophet's ass! 1 second later and I would have been scraping your remains off the floor. What in blazes are you doing here anyway?
What the heck was that? Where'd you come from?
Let's put it this way. I know how to hide when I don't want to be seen. And concerning the explosion, you stepped right into a Kyranian dust crystal. Get a little too close and wait a little too long, and you'll have your ass blown around your ears by an explosion that would put any cannon to shame.
I was sent by a mage named Constantine. In some timelines, apparently his beard's on fire. Are you Lashri?
Lashiri? Oh my. The fellow really isn't one for names, is he? I'm Lashari, but never mind that. At least it proves you're not lying. Anyhow, I hope you're not the backup I asked for. I was hoping for someone more, impressive. No offense.
None taken. No. Constantine said that you could help me, that you could perform some kind of ritual on me to help me control my magic.
Is that so? Indeed. You have some uncontrolled magic inside you. And quite a lot of uncontrolled magic. Not bad. I've never felt anything like this before. Very well. If Constantine insists, I will perform the ritual on you. But it'll have to wait, since I'm up to my neck in this shit, as you've probably noticed. Short version or long version? Which do you prefer?
The more I know, the better. Tell me the long version.
Fine. I suppose you already know that that is me, my assistant, 2 Arcanists, and 4 Keepers, are here to do research on, well, on something, which is exactly what we've done these past weeks. But, as I went upstairs to get something a couple hours ago, I suddenly heard screaming and the clanging of metal coming from downstairs. As I looked for cover, I saw these 2 shapes in red robes vanishing into the lower parts of the ruin. I have no idea who they are or why they're here, but to me, they look like mercenaries. Anyway, fact is, my esteemed Indralean colleagues and my assistant are still down there, together with our research, and I want them back. And before you ask, yes, you can help me. You'll have to, actually, if you want me to tame your magic.
Okay.
I wouldn't have a chance fighting the mercenaries by myself, but the 2 of us might be able to do it, provided you can defend yourself, which I'm quite sure you can. What do you say? Are you ready?
How many mercenaries are we talking about?
No idea. But I don't think there are more than a dozen. Also, they don't anticipate any resistance, which is to our advantage.
Yeah. And what kind of research are you doing?
Oh, that's hard to explain. But part of it is finding the answer to the universal question. Why do some people have the nerve to ask irrelevant questions when shit is going down around them? After we've cleaned up the mess, we can do this whole, who are you and what are you doing here thing if you want to. But this really isn't the time.
I mean, you could be researching, I don't know, digging up corpses and like smacking them with a shovel. That seems pretty awful. Not that awful. Alright, let's go.
Fine, then follow me. And keep your weapons ready. I think I just heard footsteps down there.
Do you have any more of those dust crystals?
Wait. Shit, you were right. Get them.
Just try.
Look. Hit.
Ow.
Like the bite of a flea.
Just a scratch.
Ooh. Alright.
Stabbed like a pig. Hang on.
Damn it.
What? This.
Magistra Yela, I do understand your skepticism, but we are on the right track. This Skyrim mage, and no, this is not meant to relativize her questionable worldview, has found undeniable coherences between these Dalgar stones and the Grandmaster's theories. Should she be right, she could be our only chance to get something like magical protection. On that note, Grandmaster Arenthale knows what he's doing. Loath as I am to admit it, his son's mages have been nothing but helpful thus far. Myrad.
The prophet's ass. I don't believe it.
What?
Their orders. My assistant, Sev. It seems he's the reason these fuckers managed to take us by surprise.
My sympathy.
Save it for Sev when I shove this staff up his ass and fire a thunderbolt.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Probably need a little bit better armor. You happen to have any healing spells or anything?
Shit, can you smell that? That's fire. So, these guys really are trying to destroy our research.
Uh-huh.
We have to do something. You're adept at magic, right? Take this spell and use it to put out the fires. If I'm right, the mercenaries are trying to destroy the stone fragments, and we have to stop them. You take the lower part of the ruin. Try to save as many stones as you can. I'll take the upper part, and when it's all done, we'll meet here again.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. If you should find my assistant Sev down there, try to take him alive and bring him to me. I want to take care of him myself, okay? Then let's get going.
Okay. God, I look like an idiot. Alright, guys, that is going to wrap it up for Chapter 9 of Quest Play Enderal. So next time, we will see if we can find this assistant and see if we can put out any of those fires. I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you all next time.